When Lexus launched in 1989 with the LS400, I thought they were crazy. They were trying to go up against BMW and Mercedes-Benz and the Mitsubishi Verada. But in the end, I was proved wrong, and now I'm on to their secret, which I'll let you in on during this video. Welcome to the front lawn forecourt, and this is a Lexus RX330. What's the RX stand for, I hear you say? Well, I'm glad you asked. It stands for Radiant Crossover. Yes, Radiant Crossover. RX330. And it's called the RX330 because it has a 3.3 litre engine in it, a V6. It's not too bad. It's not the best thing I've ever been behind, but you know, it does the job, and it's straight out of other Toyotas like the Camry V6. Now, we bought this particular vehicle. My wife wanted it badly, in fact, because she's always wanted something with black leather, black interior, a sunroof, and a bit of luxury, and this thing delivered all of that. It's a 2003 model, so it is getting on a bit. We didn't buy it for very much. It was fairly cheap, but it needed a fair bit done to bring it up to a decent quality for daily use and to stop it dropping bits of oil all over the driveway. It's known as the Toyota Harrier in Japan because in Japan Lexus wasn't really around. Lexus was an international brand for Toyota, and they sold it as the Toyota Harrier over there. The underpinnings are very similar to the Toyota Highlander, otherwise known as the Toyota Kluger in Australia. So you do get a very similar layout, I suppose. So let's have a look inside and check out some of the surprise and delight features that make the Lexus something special. Lots of black. You've got to like black leather and black dashboards and highlights of chrome and bits of wood. Apparently, the internet says it is real wood. Nice. Anyway, this is the interior. The dashboards on Lexi 330s are known to crack, and this one is no exception to that. The previous owner has patched it up with bits of black silicone, and then to cap it off, we ordered for about $20 a dash mat to put over the top of the lot, which gives it a cleaner look and covers up the occasional cracking here and there. One particularly clever point with the Lexus is the fact that this area here, this center console, can be moved. It's just a matter of gripping the handle that's in here, and the whole thing can go back, which creates a bit of a access to a cubby hole down there. It does annoy the back passengers though if they're sort of spreading out a bit or in the middle seat, so we've been keeping it at the front. One marvellous part of this though is that this storage area actually has buttons for opening and for closing. You don't just press it, you actually press the button. It makes it happen. Now, one feature that we have enjoyed on this car is the power boot, which is just down here. Now, if you want surprise and delight features, well, the boot has a couple. See these little buttons? One there and one there. You press them and a little area pops up out of the boot. Unfortunately, it does throw any sand or anything that's on the back of the carpet all over the boot, but it is a nice little feature. And these little hooks are in there. You can put your shopping on them if you so desire. This is the view from the back seats, and there is a fair bit of room. The seat is back at my level in the front, and I've still got room to spare for my knees. You can easily fit 3 across here. Obviously it'd be better with 2. you can bring down the armrest, but not impossible. And speaking of armrests, the front seats have them foldable down, and quite handy, I find. And we open the bonnet, which is helped up nicely, and which has under here the name of the Toyota factory where it was made. Unlike the North American RX330s, which are made in Canada, this one was made in Japan. There's the 3.3 litre V6. It has the usual problems with accessing the rear spark plugs and the rear tappet cover gasket, but we had that seen too. And then also we had a leaking main seal, which is between the engine and the gearbox, which involved the gearbox being taken out to replace a $60 seal. This 3.3 I think is about 172 kilowatts, so not too bad. And I read somewhere that Toyota made them so that at 3,000 revs they'd be nice and steady and quiet and vibration free, because that's what you're going to travel at on the highway. Seems a bit tall to me for a automatic 6-cylinder, but that's what I read online, so I'm not sure about whether that's true or not. But anyway, interesting story. So that's the story of the Lexus RX330 that we have in our possession, and I've been enjoying driving it. My wife got turned off it a bit in the end, and she'd rather go to a smaller vehicle that's easier to park. Even though this one sits up higher, she's not happy with the width of it and the length of it. It is bigger than a regular vehicle, just slightly, and she felt that. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and we'll see you next time.